That's out of the stadium!
Let's go! Come on! Something! Come on!
Ah! Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of fun coming.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. My name is Dwayne. I'm the co-commissioner of this league, and I'm going to be running the play-by-play commentary for you this evening. And joining me once again in the booth is Oxbox, fellow league member. Welcome back to the booth, Oxbox. How you feeling tonight for this matchup we have on our hands?
Dwayne, what's up, man? Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be doing my first match of the week of the season with you guys here, and we've got BluePanther and UnholyYizus on the slate for tonight. should be a good couple of ball games in the AAA.
Yeah, really good couple of ball games indeed. Two of these players that were picked for the front runner, I think, in the XBL's AAA in the young season. If you're already familiar with the AAA, you're gonna have a big couple of games on your hands. If you're not familiar with it and you're joining us for the first time, the XBL is a two-tiered league where one league plays on a flat 90 ego on Super Mega Baseball 3, and the other league plays with 83 hitting ego, 90 accompanying with pitching, fielding, and base running. So that's what we're going to have here on feature first for you this evening. We also have our XBL doubleheader coming up afterwards tonight. So that'll be very exciting. But yeah, Panther and Yizus, two of the players picked early for front runner, and they're both debuting here on primetime. Do you think that nerves are going to play a part tonight, Ox?
If these guys are anything like me, then the match of the week nerves will be real, Dwayne. I don't know about you, but every time I'm on primetime, I definitely play a little tighter, knowing everybody's watching, and for somebody like Yizus too, who's not new to the league, but coming back from taking a season off, could definitely have some nerves. Blue Panther, if you guys remember, just played Wishbone in the quarterfinals of the AAA postseason last season, and pushed him to all 5 games. It was a really close series, and I think he even had an early lead in that series against the eventual champion Wishbone. So I don't think Panther's a stranger to the spotlight as far as that goes.
Yeah, I think that's really a good tie-in right into that second one, which was shaking the rust off. Will Yizus be able to shake that rust off? He's had a few tough losses early, but as we noted in the roundup show earlier this week with me and Jay Boops, he has the #1 strength of schedule in the AAA right now. So the loss is a little bit skewed, but we're probably looking at Yizus to start really building, and maybe that starts here tonight. I think that our third point too is going to be very important. Power plays, and that's going to be who's going to get those bats working. Both of these players are definitely some of the best hitters in the AAA, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 heavy hitters, if you will, as Tezzy's team is known by, but definitely two of the top offenses in AAA. I think the reason we see Yizus records 2-10 the way it is obviously he is knocking some of that rust off, but his pitching's trying to catch up to his offense. But if I know Yizus, he'll have some fireworks in store for us tonight, and like you said, a couple of power, 2 guys who are power offense, power pitching, and power styles, and a couple of heavyweights here in the AAA. It should be a great match of the week.
Yes, very, very exciting now. We got the 2 games for you on the platter. It's going to be coming up right in just a couple minutes. So without further ado, we'll let the players know to queue up and bring you the action. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be the Motor Yard, the home of Blue Panther. I believe both players are going to play at the Motor Yard tonight. So the home of the Milkmen to start us off for game #1.
Yeah, we got an all Detroit series tonight.
You'll see if the confines of both these players playing at home technically will play into it as they exchange pleasantries here and get ready to bring us the first pitch of game 1 here on AAA's Match of the Week. It's going to be Daniel Rosario on the mound for the Milkmen. Wally Wallbanger leading it off for the Appleton Foxes.
I haven't checked the rosters lately, but if Corruptions is at Motor Yard again this season, we're going to have 3 out of 4 games here tonight.
As the first pitch drops in there for a strike, and the second one is crushed over the head of Rodriguez in center field where he makes a diving attempt. So extra bases here early for Panther. Let's see if he tests for third. He does not. So we'll stick it at second base there with a leadoff double. And no shortage of fireworks to start us off. It will
Yeah,
be.
Yezus is really going to have to shut down this Panther offense and make a statement on the mound early.
We'll see if he can tighten it up with Rosario on the mound as that pitch is drilled to left. And ooh, there's an errant throw there from the left fielder after making the grab. So the first out is recorded. That runner will stay at second base, and there's no harm done on the errant throw. Now it's Pepper Powell, the center fielder for the Appleton Foxes, getting her shot. Trying to get that runner in from second to start us off. He's ahead in the count 2-1 in the pitch there. Swung on out of the zone. Ocasio and left makes a good catch. Looked like that one might fall in there for a second, but second out is recorded. Now Teddy Taters will have to get a hit to get that run across.
Teddy Taters.
Yeah, a lot of power on Teddy Taters as he gets a hold of one, but rips it foul down the line. The 1-1 pitch.
You'll notice in Panthers' lineup, I played him actually earlier today, and you'll notice he has a lot of power on his hitters, but not a lot of contact. Going to that wave everyone else is going to in the XBL, lowering the contact and juicing that power. As Yizus got the strikeout to end the inning and secure a 0 there in the top half of the first after the leadoff double.
Yeah, Panther going all in with the big swing on that power hitter. Swung and missed there to end the inning. We're here now in the bottom of the first where Yizus is going to get himself a leadoff hit. Does a nice piece of hitting there, sending it right up the middle on a 2-2 pitch. So he's got speed on the bags at first for Harold Miranda. The contact versus righties is engaged for Miranda, and there he goes. Should get in there safely with the stealer tree, and he does. A 1-0. To the Milkman right fielder. He's going to swing at one. It's off the handle. Center fielder should be able to catch it, and Powell catches it easily. So now 1 out, and it'll be Albert Ceballos.
Both guys were able to get their first batter of the offense of their lineup to second base with nobody out. So the chances of your odds of scoring in the inning of guy on second, nobody out, are astronomically higher than any other leadoff situation in baseball.
We'll see if someone's able to take advantage. Yezus strokes one there. Just foul down the left field line. Looks like it was for sure going to be extra bases. The 3-2 pitch is swung on, lifted to center field where Powell's going to get underneath it and make the catch. Runner thought he could get to third base, thought it might drop, but he has to trail back to second. So now Yezus will need a hit with 2 outs to get the runner across. Oh, and he's going to get it there, sending it to right field with the right-handed batter. Nice opposite field hitting there. And we've got our first run of the night.
Wow, great clutch 2-out hit there to bring in the game's first run. That was one of those deals where the guy on second, the game kind of makes the second baseman play towards the middle more, and I'm not sure if Panther could have caught that by diving or not.
Yeah, definitely a questionable play there for Panther as he gets a strikeout there to end the inning, but not before that run does score. We'll move now to the top of the second as Luna Loncheros, the power-hitting shortstop, leads it off for the Foxes. Sings one off the hands, lifted right behind short, easily caught for out number 1.
We've got a lot of alliteration here with Panther hitting lineup.
Yeah, I believe we're consistent so far throughout as Bjorn Bombas swings at the second pitch of an at-bat. It's an off-speed curveball, and it's landed out in right field there for a nice, 1-out single. Matty Mash swings at the first pitch. That one's low out of the zone, and it's lifted easily for the second baseman Campos to make a catch. 2 outs.
Panther biting a lot on that curveball. I've noticed both his base hits have come on curveballs in the zone, but he's chasing that low one out of the zone as well.
Swings on another early count. The 0-1 pitch lifted to left, and there's out number 3. So still down 1-0 are the Foxes. The Milkmen come to bat in the second. It's Brylon Campos, the second baseman, who made that second out last inning.
Both these hitters patient at the plate, but also both swinging early in the count a lot here. Perhaps some match of the week nerves.
Perhaps indeed. That one was hit pretty well by Campos out into the warning track and right, but not quite enough distance for Yezus there. As he sets his reticle high and away, and the pitch goes right there, but he takes a strike.
Dan Paladin style.
He swings at one, pitch in an identical location, and he's going to push it through the left side for a nice single with 1 out.
That was a 99 power score there with the hard ground ball.
It will be the shortstop, Kwai Carrera. pretty even contact power and speed. Gonna try and get his teammate around the bases here. Hits one foul. Counts even at 2-2. Swing and a miss. 95 miles an hour inside. Nothing Yizus can do with that one. Second out's recorded in the inning. Ruth Roquette. Her 32nd pitch misses inside against the pitcher Rosario.
Yeah, Panther trying to work that two-seam and changeup combo to righties on the inner half.
Nice fastball. Swing and a miss there from Rosario. Swings at the 2-2 pitch. Hits it softly over to Loncheros at shortstop, who makes the play over at first for the third out. We'll move now to the top of the third inning. The score now is still 1-0. The pitcher Roquette facing off against her counterpart Rosario, who just ended the last inning.
Not a lot of fireworks so far on the offensive end. Both guys doing a decent job holding the other one down.
Yeah, both players doing a lot of swinging as they're just continuing the aggression, going right after him. Yizus making a little bit of a performance adjustment here as the crowd is kicked out of the stadium.
That's some PC cheese for you guys, as console players are not given that option.
At least both players here on the PC probably taking advantage of that setting. It's all a matter of choice. That one lifted behind third base. It's caught easily by Ceballos for the second out. It'll be Bob Bangett for her second at-bat of the game. Digging in there against Rosario. She swings at one. Oh, it's off the noggin of Campos at second, and she'll reach first safely there with a single.
The ever-tricky tweener play there with the infield blooper. You never know on those. Are you supposed to dive or jump? And sometimes you jump too, the correct play is to jump, but if you jump too early, you see the result. But it's not going to end up mattering for Yizus as he escapes from trouble.
Yizus swings at the first pitch of the inning there in the third. And grounds at the third base, so the first out will be recorded easily. Here is Harold Miranda, the right fielder, number 2 hole hitter for this Milkmen team. Big contact run. He swings at one, drives it to left field. This should at least hit the wall, it looks like. Oh, and a great catch over the shoulder by Harley Hitt. Wow. I thought that was for sure extra bases as the next pitch was swung on and just pushed foul.
Yeah, those dimensions of motor yard out there in the gaps especially can get a little bit tricky on when it wants to expand and when it wants to hold one in.
Nice swing there from Yizus.
Yes, a couple of strong line drives deep to the motor yard depths, but nothing doing there for the Milkmen as both offenses still really struggling to get much going.
This is going to be a hit, though, for Panther to lead off the inning. He takes an inside curveball and just pushes it out into the outfield. Got himself all right speed now at first base for the shortstop Loncheros, who lifts the ball on the first pitch to left, where Ocasio will make the catch. So, quick out recorded after the hit. And we will see Bjorn Bombas.
I like to call bloopers a bleeder, because it cuts you so deep sometimes to give them up.
Yes, indeed, and that one cuts deep for Panthers. He swings at that screwball, and it's right into the 6-4-3 double play.
These guys are going against, we tried to write the script out, Dwayne. We did our job. We wrote the script, and these guys are playing a 1-0 pitcher's duel on us.
Yeah, a lot of tightness so far at the plate from both of these players. They look to loosen up as Yizus swings at that pitch inside and lifts it to center field for the second out. Just nothing really doing since that first run. Roquette, her 48th pitch of the game, is lifted over to second base where Bangett will make a catch right at the knees and end the inning. So now we will see Matty Mash, the third baseman of the Foxes, here in the top of the fifth, swing at the first pitch, hit it right to second base, and there's an easy ground out for out number 1.
Both guys are just attacking the edges of the zone, kind of being aggressive in the count early on the mound, making the other one, somebody prove that the other guy's bat's going to beat you.
Yeah, and Panther unable to really get anything going there. It's a 3-pitch inning in the top of the fifth. Does Rosario a favor. Now Yizus will hit with Cornelius Hudson as catcher. The 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike. That one's lifted to left into foul territory. Panther with a chance to catch it. He dives, but is unable to make the play. Count stays even. That one backs him off and runs it full. Full count pitch is swung on to center field. Powell makes the grab. Hard line drive from Yizus, but still unable to find some grass. Will be Kawhi Carrera. He grounds it over to short where Loncheros makes the play, throws it to first base to Taters. Out recorded. And here's the pitcher Rosario again. Swings at the first pitch, breaks his bat where Mash picks it up, throws it to first. Another quick inning.
Yeah, again, nothing doing by either offense here as we go into the sixth inning with still 1-0 score.
It's unique to think that last week, Hummus and I got to witness one of perhaps the longest games in Match of the Week history, and now on this hand, Game 1 here might perhaps be the shortest. As that one's hit hard by Panther, deep to center field. Felix Rodriguez, though, jumps right at the wall, makes a great catch to prevent extra bases, and record the second out.
I'm not sure. Do you think he needed to jump? He might have needed to jump to keep it in here. I don't think the ball was getting out of the yard.
Either way, sometimes you're not sure if the ball's going to hit the wall or not. You definitely want to make the jump just to be sure if you're that close. Good speed for Panther there on first with 2 outs. He swings at the first pitch again. Grounded easily to short, and that'll be the out recorded. So nothing doing there for Panther after hitting a couple of balls hard. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th.
As someone who has taken losses to both of these guys this season and also in past seasons, they're both typically much more patient hitters at the plate.
Yizus, though, swinging at the 1-1 pitch, finally breaking something open there right off the wall on the fly. Gets into second base standing. That's his leadoff hitter, so he's got a ton of speed at first. He swings at the first pitch with Miranda, though. That'll get him over to third base. Runner moves up 90 feet. And Ceballos, with RBI man engaged in an RBI situation, Panthers got the infield in. Ooh, Yizus swings at the first pitch. Loncheros makes the catch behind short as weak contact was made. And now Yizus definitely needs a hit to get the runner in. He swings at one, it's off the end of the bat. The second baseman, Bang It, though, is able to make the catch behind the second base cutout. And no damage done there from the Milkman. We still remain at 1-0 here heading to the top of the 7th.
And I don't care if you're a top 5 offense, a bottom 5, if you're in the AAA, if you're in the XBL, it doesn't matter, Dwayne. You get a guy on third base. It doesn't matter if it's real life or video game. You get a guy on third base with less than 2 outs, you've got to drive the run in. I don't care what you got to do. And that lack of production there could come back to bite Yizus in the butt.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a couple scenarios tonight where either team can't get that leadoff runner in who gets to second base. That screwball was wild. It's off the hands of the hitter. Pitcher Rosario makes a great play right on the mound and throws it to first for out number 3. So we move to the 7th, a quick stretch. And now Felix Rodriguez, the 5-hole hitter and center fielder, will bat.
Hard to believe we're now into the bottom of the 7th. It's still 1-0.
I know both of these players, really known for their offenses. He takes a good walk there.
Is that our first walk of the contest? It's one of them.
I would definitely think so, as we've seen a lot of free swinging. As that one is swung on, first pitch of the at-bat, lifted to center field, and the out recorded there.
I'm certainly as guilty of swinging early in the count as anybody, and I think we'll see, win or lose, both these guys will probably take the intermediate between game 1 and 2 and try to, regroup their offense and say, hey, I was probably bailing out the other guy on the mound a little too much. I need to be more patient this game.
As Yizus bails Panther out there, the runner at first ran way too far from the bag. A broken bat, a line out there is an easy play for Panther to make, flipped over to first for out number 3. And we're now at the top of the 8th inning. This game moving so quickly as neither team able to really get anything going.
I just lost earlier today to Blue Panther 1-0, so I know what it feels like, to keep on holding the other guy down and just having that urgency. Like if you can just get something going, you can take control of this game. But as Panthers feeling right now, it's hard to get something going sometimes.
He swings at another inside screwball. This time, though, he's able to push it over the shortstop and between the left fielder to, on the grass there for a hit. So he's got 2 runners on with 1 out. Good speed at first, not so great speed at second. It will be Bob Bang and a dangerous hitter at the plate. He swings at 1, sends it down the line, foul. It's a 2-1 pitch coming up from Rosario. Changeup, it's swung on. Lifted to Miranda in right field to make a good catch, no tag from the runner. And now we have 2 outs with those 2 runners on for Pepper Powell. Rosario's 60th pitch of the game. He's locked in. Paints the corner there for strike 1. Sends a curveball in low. 2-1 pitch. Misses outside, so good patience from Panther. Here comes a changeup. It's a strike, so here's the big payoff pitch. Curveball. Swung on, hit hard, but foul. We're going to have to reset and do it again.
This is Panthers' best at bat of the night here.
And he works himself a walk as the fastball misses high. And now Teddy Taters is going to bat with the bases loaded here in the top of the 8th. Swings at the first one. Big whiff on the first pitch. Second one backs him off a little bit. We're even up for Teddy. He crushes it deep to center field. Felix Rodriguez is heading back. He's at the warning track just in front of the wall. He makes the catch for out number 3.
Don finds a motor yard just big enough to hold that one. As that was a red pitch released there by UnholyYizus, but Panther not able to get quite enough of it for the home run.
The top of the 8th starts out. Ruth Roquette's still rolling. She's getting a little bit tired on the velocity end. That 0-2 pitch swung on. Nice job by UnholyYizus to just get himself a hit. It's right beyond the glove of the diving second baseman. We're going to see Rosario bat for himself here in the 8th. He bunts it. Nice sacrifice.
Nice bunt by the pitcher.
Yeah, beautiful sacrifice, and it looks like he's going to find himself insurance as he lifts the first pitch of the next at-bat right into the outfield. The runner will score. And there's an RBI single for the Milkmen. Big insurance in the bottom of the 8th inning. Going to keep the pressure up and go here. Good jump. He's safe.
That was a great pitch to the leadoff hitter there who just stole second as he got him to chase outside the zone, but many of the hits we've seen in this game have been chase swings, as UnholyYizus is going to get the infield single there on the missed jump by the shortstop of the Panthers. And again, like I was saying, a lot of chase pitches swung on by both players in this game, and a lot of bloop hits. And UnholyYizus fortunate to come up with a bloop RBI hit last batter there.
Yeah, and then a diving attempt from Loncheros. She's unable to come up with it, and the bases will be loaded for Brett Walker. Power versus righties, less than 2 outs. He crushes the first pitch curveball deep to center. This one's going to be just in front of the warning track, though, where Powell will make the catch. UnholyYizus will send the runners. So a nice sacrifice fly there, adds another run, and it's 3-0.
That's got to sting if your Panther is shortstop. Supposed to be your best glove on the field. She's dropped 2 balls that she should have had.
She'll make
the
there.
Great diving play there to get him out of trouble, but arguably the hardest ball, the most acrobatic play she makes, and she dropped the 2 easier ones.
Yeah, tough there from Loncheros last inning as she now leads off the 9th. Ahead in the count, 2-1 against Rosario. His 2-1 fastball is swung on and hit hard. Right at Campos, though, at second base. Throws it to first for out number 1. And so only 2 outs now to work with for the Foxes as they're being shut out by the Milkmen. That one crushed, and Rodriguez is going to dive and make a play for out number 2.
What a play. That's a primetime play right there by Rodriguez.
Yeah, it was a stinger off the bat of Panther, and he had to really react to get in front of it and just get it right off the ground. That one, though, hit right up the middle by Panther. So he will extend his life in game number 1 here. Perhaps just a bit.
Down to his final out.
Harley hit is looking to be pinch hit for. It's going to be Jax Jackson. Max contact, no power. He swings at one, sends it right down the line, though. Good piece of hitting by Panther. That should be a run, as that'll definitely extra bases for the pinch hitter.
Yeah,
so
it's
the
a nice
aggression
pinch
paying
hit
off.
knock, and we're going to see another pinch hit here as his pitcher spot comes up. So back-to-back pinch hitters for the Foxes, and he's trying to get something going now down to his final out. his offense has finally woken up.
Yeah, the tying runs at the plate in form of Ken Clubb. And
as I was
Rosario's
saying
going to get
earlier,
pulled.
with that maxed out power on his hitting order, I doubt there's much on that bench. I bet he's looking at minimum bench powers, and that's why you're seeing the high contact, low power hitters that he's running up there here.
Oh, and that one's just through the infield. Will he challenge? The throw from right field by Miranda is not in time. So one run separates these two players now as Panthers rallying with 2 outs in the 9th.
Another bleeder. And we've got a 1-run ball game here.
The 2-0 pitch misses low. So it's a 3-0 pitch to Wally Wallbanger. He'll take the outside changeup and a walk. And now the baton is passed to Bob Bangett. She's got power versus lefties. Peanut Gas, the relievers, trying to put a bow on this for the Milkmen. Trying to get a match of the week victory here for his club. But Panther has something to say about it. Wants to try and get a W himself. Force at least at the bottom of the 9th inning to occur. That ball fouled away. It's a 1-1 count.
You know, Yizus is sweating this last out.
Cannot find the strike zone as that one misses. The 3-1 pitch is hit through the left side. Will he challenge? The runner's heading to the plate. The throw from Ocasio is in time. Out number 3, and that'll end the ball game. What a play. The Milkmen win.
What a finish. What a finish to a hell of a game.
Yeah, insane finish there. Really, there was not a lot of action throughout, and then these two provided in the 9th. Very well done.
Yeah, we were 1-0 out the gate, and we raced all the way to the 9th inning where we saw some fireworks. And tough loss for Panther there, Dwayne. But as you saw there in the 9th, he finally started to put some good at-bats together and work the pitch count. So I think you'll see in the second game where you'll see Panther realize that he's got to make Yizus throw more pitches and come into his zone as a hitter and not bail him out so much on the corners like he did for the first, 8 2/3.
Yeah, that was a nice way to add some insurance there for Yizus in the bottom of the 8th inning. With that rally from Panther, really showed a lot of what we were talking about in the pregame from both players. They both are able to just get on the ball, take some patient at bats. It just took the clutch situations having to occur for that to happen.
And oddly enough, even though we saw some fireworks there at the end, still a lot of bleeders, a lot of chasing outside the zone, and just really fortunate hits in those clutch situations where, with the guy on base, the middle infielders are pulled which way or the other, where those kind of squeaky ground balls or flares are able to find holes. But kind of surprising there wasn't more hard contact, more doubles, more home runs hit. We saw a lot of fly balls to the warning tracks, but I think, like I said earlier, I think in game 2, both guys are going to try to bear down here, maybe shake some of the primetime nerves off, and really, really bear down in the batter's box.
Yeah, we will see what game 2 brings us for these players as they just hopped in the queue to get us started. A big primetime win for Yizus after a rough start to his schedule. Still, definitely you would say a rough matchup here against Blue Panther. Like I said earlier, both these guys front runners for the AAA. So much merit for him for pulling out that victory, even though it almost fell apart right in the 9th inning. We head now back to the Motor Yard, where it's the Foxes getting the home nod and the Milkmen trying to get the sweep at night this time.
It definitely takes a lot of pressure off when you can win game 1 of a set. And big shout out to Yizus, like you said, getting that big W against Panther, who my pick to be the preseason, preseason favorite to win it all as far as returning players. And only his 3rd win of the season, but he's played a loaded schedule so far. And that's a huge victory. Let's see if he can try to get the sweep tonight.
Both these players ready to roll as the first pitch misses low and the next one's in the zone. To Jesus Ocasio, the leadoff hitter for this Milkman club. Elma Ephus is getting the game 2 nod for the Appleton Foxes in the home creams with the baby blue.
This is a nasty pitcher on the mound for the Foxes. This is the Panther ace.
Yeah, and
The
that's
heavy jump.
that screwball or two seam, either way, there had some great movement on it to get the strikeout for out number 1. The next pitch was right down the middle. Yizus unable to make good contact with it, though, as he pushes it to the warning track in right field for out number 2.
Man, again, we're seeing Motor Yard just hold all these deep fly balls.
A quick inning there from the Milkmen sees us now head to the bottom of the first. Going to be Wally Wallbanger leading off for the Foxes against Anson Hale. This pitcher lacking a four-seamer, so we'll see how Yizus navigates his pitch selection here in Game 2 with just the cutter, the two-seamer, to work with as far as fastballs.
Yeah, a lot of times, shout out to Wishbone. You got it. He'll run his low velo guys with this type of arsenal, but other than you, Dwayne, I don't see a lot of guys experiment with non-four-seam arsenals with the heavier, higher velocity.
Yeah, it's all about what kind of fastball you're using and when you use it, but obviously the four-seam fastball, tried and true. That cutter was hit off the hands and lifted to center. Weak contact there from Panther. That's what you're really working for if you have no four-seamer at all, is you're trying to get that weak contact, those balls tailing just onto or out of the zone to confuse the hitter and keep things borderline as much as you can.
It's definitely a philosophical type of thing too, as far as dot hitting versus pitch gang.
Oof. That one, a hung breaking ball. Pepper Pow sends it into the seats, 380 feet. Big home run there from Panther to start the scoring here in this one, and there's the power that was promised.
Yeah, there's some of the fireworks we've been expecting all night in the first home run of the contest here. First home run of either contest.
We'll see how Yizus now can respond. We head to the top of the second. It's Brett Walker, his big power hitter at the plate. Cleanup hitter and first baseman, batting .365 with a couple of homers on the season already, so definitely wants to get something started.
This is, I called this guy an Ian Sausage imposter in my stream when I played Yizus.
An Ian Sausage imposter, he swings at that one. Ian Sausage winning the individual player MVP in the AAA last season on the Delivery Boys. Shout out to McDonagh.
McDonagh, the reigning rookie of the year, the AAA. And yeah, there can never be another Ian Sausage, so that's why clearly he's an imposter.
Yizus swings at that one early, and he's going to want it back as he hits it about 500 feet foul. So he's working with a 1-1 count. He swings at another one, hits it hard, but it's right into the path of Loncheros at shortstop. And out number 3 is recorded. So still 1-0 for the Foxes as we head to the second inning, and that one is crushed by Loncheros, the shortstop. But it's right at the warning track, keeping another one in his motor yard. And the first out's recorded.
Yeah, Luna trying to get some redemption for those key drops she made in the 9th inning of Game 1. But again, another warning track fly out here at Motor Yard. And as I was saying earlier, I was interrupted by the home run. This type of arsenal, great against a hitter like me who's a ball gang, who can be manipulated by arm angle and pitch action and cutting and two-seam action, things like that. But when you're facing elite dot hitters or elite eyes, they're not really fooled by cutters or two-seam much. So it's a pick-your-poison type of thing.
That first pitch sees Yizus with a single.
Luna.
Yeah, Luna again.
Luna drops another one.
Probably count on two hands now the amount of balls she's about booted or muffed over there at short tonight. So let's see if Yizus can do anything with the leadoff hitter. It's his 8-hole, or the leadoff runner. It's his 8-hole hitter, Kawhi Carrera, batting. Righty against lefty, sees that strike, catch the plate there, runs the count even. That one misses high. So Ephus's payoff pitch here. Swing and a miss, 100 miles an hour low in the zone. Good pitch from Panther. And there's out number 1. Oh, the pitcher, Anson Hale, he drives it deep to center. For that, it's another one that's going to get held in here in Motor Yard.
Dangerous pitch, yeah, to the pitcher. And off the bat, I thought for a minute we might see him get out of here.
That next pitch not hit too hard there by Yizus. Perhaps one he'll want back as it was right in the middle of the zone. But we'll see him line out to the center fielder. We're out number 3, and we move to the bottom of the 3rd, where Panther swings at the first pitch, sends it to short for a line out, and we already see it out recorded. Second pitch is swung on a fork ball, and it's flipped right into right field for a 1-out single.
Panther having some better at bats, but still not shy to swing early in the count here.
Wally Wallbanger with way too much speed to turn 2 on there, as there was a 5-4-3 double play attempt, but the fielder's choice sees him at first now with 2 outs. Great speed on the base paths for Bang It. The runner does go, but it's fouled away.
This hitter kind of reminds me of B Boppers.
That one swung on and missed, though. No bopping there from the hitter, as Panther unable to get any contact on that one. That one swung on, hit right over to Bang It at second base, so another quick out recorded in the 4th.
Yeah, another first pitch ball thrown and another first pitch swing for an out. And Yizus is going to sling early count again and get a fortunate miss by Luna again. She cannot catch a cold out there.
Yeah, we'll see if that turns dangerous.
Frustrated with that.
Oh my, and there's another one. There is another from Loncheros at shortstop. Can you believe that? As 2 runners are now on with 1 out.
Is there a hole in her glove? Does she need a glove smith? We need to relace some webbing in there.
And see if Yizus can take advantage. He swings at that 1-1 pitch and lifts it to center field, where Powell will make the catch. No tag made by the runners. So there's 2 runners on still with 2 outs for Brylon Campos.
And Yizus has got to find a way to make that hurt. The free gifts given to him by Loncheros in this game.
That pitch is swung on. Looked like it was just tailing outside of the zone. He's unable to get any good contact on it. Lifts it to center field for the 3rd out. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. The Milkmen unable to get it started with those runners that were gifted to them.
More hard contact that's going to die in the warning track of the motor yard confines.
Yeah, you got to wonder if the wind's blowing in tonight, perhaps, at the motor yard. Second pitch of the inning, yeah, is hit over to second base. Another quick out recorded on the Foxes' end. So no action since that home run for Blue Panther.
And Anson Hale still under 30 pitches here as he's almost through 4 innings. And you will get through 4 innings on a 30 pitch count.
Yeah, it seems neither of these players are getting much deeper than a 1-1 count at all this evening. UnholyYizus' 1-0 pitch is swung on. Yizus lifts it right along the line in left field where Harley Hit will make the catch.
You know, I was just speaking to Wishbone and Weaver a little bit this weekend about getting deeper in accounts and making the other guy work more on the mound. And just not bailing out the other pitcher, you know, first, second pitch every at bat. Something I'm definitely guilty of doing myself way too often.
Yeah, both these players repeating some of those habits that they seem to have formed in game 1, swinging early in the count. Hale, the pitcher, hit one hard foul, but then swings and misses at one for the 3rd out. So nothing doing there for the Milkmen as we move to the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, fork balls, hit hard, but it's a good, easy catch at shortstop. Maddie Mash, the 3rd baseman, looking to get it started. She swings at one, hits it right up the middle. Carrera's going to have to dive for it, but not in time as the throw. Just enough speed on the runner for an infield hit.
And honestly, infield hits, well-placed ground balls, flares over the, the outstretched arm of an infielder. Those have been money for both players tonight, as that's a great bunt laid down by the Foxes, and she's going to beat it out at first base.
That is an amazing bunt there by Panther to bunt for a hit. Oh, and the sacrifice attempt is sent to second. So everybody's going to be safe, and now there's all of a sudden a ton of danger. Wallbanger's at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. Yizus has to make a
There's
pitch. It's
somebody-
on the ground. Campos over to second. Ooh, and the run will score as it's a fielder's choice.
The high speed by the batter runner there paying off with the could have been a double play to escape trouble. And Yizus will escape, giving up just one run there. Could have been a lot worse, but now we see the Foxes take a 2-0 lead heading into the top of the 6th.
Yizus unable to crush that one right on the heart of the plate. He hits it right on the center field, right at the center fielder. A lot of balls being hit right on the nose tonight. But these players looking for something. That one hit right up the middle where Ephus makes a great catch. So 2 tough outs for Yizus in the top of the 6th. Sends another one up the middle. This one looks like it might not fall. What a catch from Powell. I thought that was getting in there.
Wow. Great catch by the center fielder. And I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but Ephus gave Loncheros a nasty look as they walked off the field. And she said, "That's how it's done, Luna. Catch the ball."
Catch the ball. As Savalos catches the ball at third, makes a great diving play, sends it to first for the second out of the bottom of the 6th. Here is Luna Loncheros. She's got that 1 homer on the season. That one's hit over to Walker at first, an easy line out. That's handled. And we head to the top of the 7th inning, where the Milkmen are trying to battle back here against this 2-run deficit, trying to find a way to sweep. Panthers looking for that valuable split, though.
And the Fakey and Sausage will start it off with, and Bangett's going to rob Yizus of the leadoff single here to start the 7th inning.
That's a great play there by Panther. Timed that really, really well with his second baseman to catch that for the first out.
Yeah, it was great timing by Panther on the dive. And then, luckily for him, it wasn't Luna Loncheros the one diving.
Here is Campos. He swings at the first pitch, and it's lifted behind first and caught easily for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time, folks. It's 2-0 Foxes.
Dwayne Yizus only has 6 outs left at the dish. He needs to work to count more and really grind some at-bats because he's running out of time to come back in this ball game.
Yes, he absolutely is. Time is running out, and that sweep can be so elusive.
Yeah, and Panther's doing everything he can to salvage a split as, nobody wants to get swept on Match of the Week.
First out recorded there on an easy line out. We now see Matty Mash, the third baseman.
Speaking of getting swept on Match of the Week, what's up, Luke Archer? Those Milkmen unis look good tonight, by the way.
The 2-2 pitch by Matty Mash is lifted to Campos at second base, where he makes the second out. And Harley Hitt's going to have a shot. She might reach here, as that one's right off the pitcher's glove. And all that speed gets her to first in plenty of time. Elma Ephus is on fire. She swings at one, hits it right up the middle. So now 2 runners are on with 2 outs for the Foxes.
Ephus trying to do it all herself tonight. She brought her glove with her, and she's throwing a hell of a ball game, shutout through 7.
Ooh, that one's hit right up the middle, and Harley Hitt's speed should see her home on this play. There's a challenge from Yizus, but it will be cut off. Runners are now split at first and third. Good speed at first as well. Oh, and that one is crushed. Say goodbye to that. Into the bullpen. 6-0.
Say goodnight to the bad guy. That was a bomb.
Bob Bangett's first of the season with 2 outs as well. Really, perhaps puts this one away. We're going to need to see a lot of shortening up, a lot of contact, a lot of base runners from Yizus to start building quickly. He needs a third out here.
It looks like the Blue Panther offense has finally awoken here with the big bottom of the 7th inning. And he's going to go deep again.
Back-to-back dead center field off the brick wall. Done 2-strike home run with 2 outs. Panther putting on a show in the bottom half of the 7th here. It's 7-0.
And this one's really getting away from Yizus as we get later and later. As I was trying to say before that home run, that pitcher 2-out knock by his pitcher Ephus like 4 batters ago was huge because that extended the inning for the single up the middle to make it just 3-0, and then the home run after that really blew the game open. But without that base hit by the pitcher, it could still be a 2-0 ball game here in the top of the 8th.
Yizus gets himself a leadoff single. So he's going to try and build on something now. The 8-hole hitter is going to be at the plate in the form of Correa. He swings at that one, though. It's lifted to center where Powell will make the grab. Keeps the runner at first, and there's 1 out on the board. We'll see a pinch hitter lifted for Montes. And now it is Victor Ruiz. He fouls one away, and the count runs even at 1-1. Elma Ephus is trying to lock it down. Her 58th pitch of the game is in the left-hand batter's box for ball number 2. Count is
she's
even.
Really shown why she's the ace of this Fox's staff here tonight. Throwing at Jim, and like I said, really doing it all for the Foxes on both sides.
That one is hit hard by Yizus, but right at the shortstop. A 6-4-3 double play. Sees the top of the 8th end, and now Blue Panther with a chance perhaps to add to that lead and put it away early, as that one is crushed in deep right center field. That might touch the statue, and it does. It hits the base of the statue. 8-0 here for the Foxes.
And here's the fireworks we promised you about 15 innings ago, guys. Panthers really found his swing here as we get late in this ball game.
3 home runs here in the late innings. 4 overall in this game from Panther. We see Bjorn Bombas bat with a ton of power himself as the catcher with no outs. That 0-2 pitch is lifted to center where Rodriguez is going to try and get underneath of it. Ooh, he was misplaying it out there, but so he has to make a slide and make the play. For out number 1. Good recovery.
Yes, nice recovery. And we talked a little bit earlier, Dwayne, about the rust of, Yizus shaking the rust off, taking a season off, and now coming back this season. There's a slight rust. Blue Panther, I believe, 2 seasons ago was a power hitting. He used the power hitting strategy, and last season he was all contact swing as we moved up to 83 ego. So this season you'll see him power swinging again as he tries to add that into his game. And maybe that's why it took him a little bit to get going here, but he's really found his groove with the power swing here late.
A great play from Yizus, though, to end the 8th inning. A good ball hit by Panthers had to be dove for. It was that pitcher again, Elma Ephus, making great context. But that one, in a different situation might be a number 1 play of the week nominee.
Yeah, sorry, I was kind of talking over there. It was a wacky play.
First batter lines it to dead center field, and the second, Harold Miranda. He swings at that pitch and sends it to center as well. Out number 2 is recorded, and it is Albert Ceballos is the last out here for the Milkmen. Panthers looking for that sweep, or for that split, excuse me. That's hit into the gap, and that'll be extra bases. So it is definitely not over yet.
Really
Yizus could try and get something going here, but he's got, only the 1 out.
Kind of strange with the massive gaps in right and left center at this motor yard. That's one of the first line drives in the gap for a double that we've seen in both games.
Yeah, not a lot of balls making their way to the outfield grass.
Yeah, we saw motor yard hold a lot of deep flies in, for the first game and a half, and then Panther obviously coming on with a bunch of home runs here late, and that's going to do it.
That will do it as the 3rd out is made, and Panther gets himself the split here on Match of the Week. Great job by our participants tonight, putting on a show. A couple of close games. Well, the first game was close, and then this one not quite as close throughout the end portion, but they were definitely in that 1-0 sector for a while, as we saw in the first game.
Green shots. Yeah, great split by these guys here tonight, and with as much as, Blue Panthers offense really woke up there at the end, you've got to be fortunate if you're the Milkmen to at least come away with the split there.
Yes, indeed. Honestly, he almost had his back against the wall there. And he really did have his back against the wall there in the ninth inning of the first game. He was able to get that third out, though, as Panther was starting to rally, and it did look like it carried over once he got the bats going late in this second game. The home runs started flowing, and the power show was on for Panther and his Foxes. So nicely done to show in game one that there was some fight to be had, and then to bring it right into game two for a win. But a split for Yizus, like we already said, it was extremely, extremely valuable to get, and he got it. He's had the toughest schedule so far in the AAA this season, and so looking forward, we're going to see him probably try and pick up a few big wins.
Yeah, and the final score really not indicative of how close that game two was for much of game two. Panther really blowing it open there late, but I think Yizus, despite his slow start, has proved he can definitely play with anybody in the AAA. He's just got to get it together, here and there. But his swing will come on. I think he did a good job tonight of showing he can limit some of the good offenses, as he did hold Panther down for much of this doubleheader.
Yeah, he was definitely in a groove as far as pitching goes, with a lot of help from swinging early in the count. Both these players swinging at a lot of early counts in this one. But we did see a good pair of ball games in the end. Runs were scored. We got our fireworks, and a split was had, so both players can walk away at least a bit happy with wins tonight on prime time. It always feels good. Like you said, never feels good to get swept on match of the week. So to walk away with a win, got to be a smile on your face. But we're not done yet here tonight, as in about 30 minutes' time, we will have the XBL match of the week doubleheader coming at you. It's going to be Weaver versus Corruptions. Do you have anything to lead us into that, Ox?
Man, just wanted to say how excited I am for that one. And thank you to Yizus and to Panther for bringing us that matchup tonight. But really excited for this Corruptions and Weaver matchup. Definitely see a lot more patience at the plate out of those two, and I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks on offense, despite both of them being very good pitchers in their own rights. I think we're going to see a lot of offense tonight in that XBL set. It's going to be very exciting. It's
definitely really a coin flip. It's going to be a total wild card, as Corruption's looking for more W's. He still has not lost yet this season, and Weaver has looked like a new man with his offense. So both players ready to roll up for match of the week in about 30 minutes time here. We're going to be live again, bringing that to you. So with that said, that'll wrap up our AAA match of the week. As Ox already mentioned, thank you to both Yizus and Panther for participating tonight. Thank you, Yizus, for streaming, and thank you for all of you for being here. Ox, it's always a pleasure to have you in the booth. Do you have anything to send us off with before we head to the XBL match of the week in a little bit?
No, just wanted to thank you for having me here tonight, Dwayne, and great job to you calling this game, man. Really excited to do another one here with you in about a half hour.
Yes, indeed. So we will see you guys in 30 minutes. Have a safe and pleasant evening if we don't see you again. And that's all for AAA Match of the Week. See you next time.
Later, guys.